Okay, so now today what we are doing is, right, we are learning how to start with your WebDriver, and also today we will write the first WebDriver program. Okay, first let me talk about what is WebDriver. First let's discuss this WebDriver. Once this WebDriver is done, then we will jump into that Eclipse and then we will configure that WebDriver. So this is, right, WebDriver. First thing, WebDriver prerequisites, you need some basic Java knowledge. We already done with that. We learned some Java, that is done. I have some basic knowledge already, and some Selenium IDE basic commands. Yes, we are done with all the Selenium basic commands, so I'm good with the Selenium IDE also. So these two are your prerequisites. If you don't know also, still you can work with your WebDriver. If you know, that's well and good actually. Okay, fine. Now, the thing is, right here, WebDriver is nothing but it's a web automation framework. That means, right, if you want to work with any web application, just imagine that you are testing your Gmail application. I want to test this Gmail application against my Chrome browser. You can work with that. Firefox, IE. So you can work with any browser. If you remember, right, Selenium IDE used to work with only Firefox only. But here WebDriver will work with so many browsers. It is having many browsers. I will be talking about that. What are all the browsers it will support? That also I will show you in few minutes. And then one more thing is, with the help of this WebDriver, what you can is you can start writing your programs. So to start writing your programs, you can use different languages actually. Like you can use your what is that, Java, C Sharp, PHP, Python, Perl. But here we learn Java. So what we will do is we will use the Java to write our all the WebDriver programs. And you know that, like in a WebDriver also you can use all your Java, like your if condition, for loops, switch cases, whatever we learn. See, whatever we learn in the last 10 days, sorry, whatever you learn in the last 10 days, you will be using all the concepts in your WebDriver. We will see that how to use that. And here, right, what will happen in the WebDriver means, WebDriver will control the browsers at the OS level. That's the reason, right? If you are using your Selenium, same program, you can use it in your Windows operating system. You can use it in your what is that, Mac operating system. You can use it in your Linux. You can use it any operating system. The reason is, right, here in the WebDriver, what it will do is it will control the browser from the operating system level. It is not from your desktop and all. It is controlling from your operating system. Okay. Now, what I will do is I will be first. Let me show you that what is WebDriver. See, this is your earlier RC, that is Selenium 1.0. Nowadays, no one is using that. Now everyone is talking about your WebDriver. This is your Selenium 2.0. Selenium 2.0, or you can say that it's a WebDriver. See this here. This is WebDriver, and WebDriver is communicating with the browser directly. That meaning, right? Now, if you want to open your browser, what you will do? You will go to browser and click on the browser. This is what you will do manually. I am talking, right? If you want to open your browser and enter your URL, what I will do? I will open that manually and then enter my required URL and click on submit. This is what I will do manually. Similarly, when you go to your WebDriver, you will be communicating with your browser in the same manner, in the similar manner, right? Same methods. Like here also, I will write some program to open my WebDriver and then communicate with your WebDriver. So here what is happening is your WebDriver is communicating with the browser directly. There is no mediator. It's a direct communication. That is the reason our WebDriver is becoming very popular, because it's a direct communication so that you can access everything from the browser. Okay. This is what your Selenium 2.0 architecture. See, Selenium 1.0 is RC, and RC is deprecated. We are not using this 1.0 anymore. No one is using. right? Some special cases, like whenever if they wanted to update the scripts, then they may use 1.0. But for any new scripts, no one will use your Selenium 1.0. Everyone is using your Selenium 2.0. And also I can say that Selenium WebDriver is the advanced version of your RC. RC is nothing but remote control. Now if you observe this, right, now this is your WebDriver. And WebDriver, what it will do, with the help of your browsers, it will work with any web application. It will work with any web application. What is this WebDriver? I will show you in your Selenium hq.com. Yesterday I was showing you one URL, right? I will show you with that application. Fine. Let me show you that what is this, right? Now let me tell you first of all, what is this WebDriver? Okay, now go to your downloads, and if you go to your Selenium WebDriver, this is your WebDriver. Yesterday I was telling you, click on this Java, because my intention is to work with Java. Now if you go here, you can find it. You can find your Selenium. Where is my Selenium? This is my Selenium. See, I told you Selenium is the interface. You remember, right? In other session we were talking about your interfaces. Now I will tell you that how exactly it will work. If you see this, right, Selenium is the interface. Selenium is the interface, and this Selenium, this is your Selenium. Selenium is the interface, and Selenium will be having so many methods. See, these are all the methods. You remember, right? I was talking about that other day. Selenium means, let me write here. See, what is interface? You remember, interface is nothing but, right, it is similar to class, and it will be available with all the methods. Methods will be available. Methods will be available in this interface. That means these are all the methods you can use for that particular interface. Similarly, in your Selenium, when you are working with your Selenium, Selenium is a interface, and you can use these kind of methods. You can use these kind of methods. You can see that so many methods are there. You can use these kind of, you can see so many methods are there. You are having so many methods. You can use these kind of methods in your Selenium, and that means, right, now this is my Selenium, and Selenium is having so many methods. But if I want to implement these methods, you cannot use it in your interface. What you will do, you will be having classes. In the classes, whatever the Selenium methods are available, you can use all the methods in your classes. Here, what do you mean by classes? Now Selenium is having so many classes. See, Selenium is having these classes. That means, right, Selenium, you can create your Firefox browser, and you can create your IE, you can create your Chrome. That means you can work with your Chrome, you can work with your Opera, you can work with your iPhone, you can work with your Android, you can work with your HTML unit. So these are all the classes. These are all the classes available in your WebDriver. Meaning, WebDriver is an interface, and this interface is having so many classes, and with the help of these classes you can implement the methods, because interface cannot implement the methods. If you want to implement any methods available in your interface, you have to use with the help of your classes. You remember other day where we wrote that package, where we wrote that where you wrote, you remember that interface example where we wrote, that interface example. Mhm. Here you can see that. See here, right? This is your interface. Interface means what will happen is interface will have methods, but you cannot implement here. Just it is having some methods. But if you want to use that methods, if you want to implement the methods, then what you have to do is you have to go with your class, one of the class, and here what you can do is you can use that you can use that particular methods in your class. See, I'm using one class, and in this particular class I'm trying to implement all the methods. So interface will be available with your methods, but you cannot implement them. If you want to implement, take the help of your class and use it. Now try to understand your Selenium. Just try to align your Selenium. So here Selenium is a WebDriver. That means this is your WebDriver. This is your WebDriver. This is your web driver. This is your WebDriver. Just I'm trying to explain, like, right, with the same example. Now what you can, this is your WebDriver. Now here is class. Now what you can do in this class, what I will do, my class name is, it can be anything. It can be your Firefox driver, or it can be your Android driver, it can be your iPhone, Safari, whatever may be the driver. Now what I will do, I will be implementing the methods. Here what I will do, implement interface methods, whatever the methods are available, with the help of class, with the help of a class. The class can be like your Android browser, or it can be your Firefox driver. That means you can use any browser here. Okay, clear? So you got the point. You got the point. Okay, fine. Yeah, that is fine. So that is fine. The thing is, right, just try to understand the concept. See, I'm not asking you, like, right, to write the code right away. What I'm asking is understand the concept, like, right, how exactly it will work, right? Writing the code anyway you will be learning in few days. But first step is you need to understand the concept. Second step, writing the code. Writing the code is not a big deal. Okay, fine. Now here, if you want to see the classes also. Okay, so I wanted to see that whether all the classes available in a single location. So whatever that classes I'm showing here, these are all the classes available for your Selenium interface. Selenium interface. Okay, that is okay. That is fine. Okay, that is fine. So here, right, the point is, right, Selenium is a WebDriver, and WebDriver is having so many methods like name, text, X, Y, Z, so many methods. And if you want to use your Selenium methods, you have to take the help of one of the driver. That means now you can test your application with any of the browser, Firefox, IE, Chrome, anything. I will talk about that each and everything. First, we will start with your Firefox, because Firefox is the default browser. Okay, fine. Let's set up the WebDriver in your machine now. Okay, now see the steps also, like I gave you, like very simple steps, because we are beginners. Install Java on computer, yes, I'm done. Install Eclipse IDE, yes, I'm done with that. Create a new project in Eclipse IDE. Let me create it and give some name here, Selenium first project. I'm giving name like this. Selenium first project. What else? Now download Selenium Java client driver, because right, see here, right, this is your normal Java project. Now you are making this project as a Selenium project. If you want to make your Java project as a Selenium, means download your Java client. Go here. Where is that? Go here, and this is your Selenium client and WebDriver. Now what you want to download? Java. This I want to download. Click on this. Click on this and it will download. I guess for me 2.45 is already available. If try to please download your latest version. Why I'm telling is, if you don't have your latest version, then it may not support your latest browsers. Okay, so I'm having my 4.5.0 already. Let me check the location. Downloads, it is available. Okay, let me take this into a proper location. Control C. Okay, now what I am doing is I'm putting my Selenium 4.5.0 here. Okay, I'm putting here, so that for me it is easy. Like I'm putting in a, like right in a location, so that right I can access my anywhere you can put, whether you C drive, D drive, whatever you want, you can use it. Okay, now see, download, please download your latest version. Download the latest version, because right, the thing is, if you're not downloading the latest version, then it will not support the latest browsers. This is my latest version. Just download your latest version. I downloaded my latest version. This is my latest version. This is my latest version. Now see the steps, very straightforward. Download it and unzip it. Once you have downloaded, it will be a zip format. Right click and unzip it. Once you unzip, you can see like this. Okay, fine, good. Now add the downloaded jar files as external jar in the Java build path. That means now this is my Java. This is my Java project. Now I'm making this Java project as a Selenium project. Right click, properties, go to your Java build path. See, this also I clearly mentioned here. Right click, select properties, select Java build path, go to your libraries, okay, and then add external jars. Now please add your jar files from your Selenium 2.4.5 2.45, whatever just downloaded. Jar is nothing but Java archives. It's a Java files. Just jar is nothing but Java files. Now where is my files? See, mine is available in Selenium Learning, and here my, this is one. Double click on it, add these two jar files, add this, and also add your all the files available in your libs folder. That's it. Now your project is configured with your Selenium. Now you are ready to work with your Selenium. Done, you are done. Now what you can do is, as usual, now you are done. Right click, new, create a class or create a package. Day one, right click, create a class, first program, same thing. See here, right, actually the Selenium WebDriver, right, whatever Selenium we are talking, Selenium is not having any UI. There is no UI for your Selenium WebDriver. You have to use this Eclipse to write the programs. What you have to do is, Selenium is a configuration tool. Take all your jar files and associate it to your Java project. Then your Java project will become Selenium configured project. Now it is ready. Now you are ready to write the program. That's it. Okay, I will show you once again how to configure this. Just you need only configuration and Java skills, nothing else is required. Now one line you have to remember, only one line you have to remember when you are working with your Selenium, right? I told you, right? Selenium is a WebDriver. I mean, sorry, Selenium WebDriver is an interface. If you want to access the methods of your Selenium, you have to use the class, and you are having so many classes here. You can use one of the class. You can use one of the class. Right now, today's session, we are trying to use the class as Firefox driver. Correct only, right? I'm using Firefox. Okay, I wanted to use my class as Firefox. What is that? WebDriver. Give any name. D is equal to new. What do you want to create? My class is Firefox driver. This line you have to remember. This line you have to remember. Create a class for the Selenium interface. For the Selenium interface. Selenium is interface. Selenium WebDriver interface if you want. I'll say that. Selenium WebDriver interface. Now here, this is my interface and this is my class. If you have doubt, go back here. See, I'm not doing anything extra here. If you go back here, how I implemented, remember? Where is that? See here, learn. Learn is nothing but interface. Interface. What is the interface here? WebDriver. Agree with me? Same thing I'm doing. And class. This is our class. What is the class here? Here my class is my Firefox driver. So I'm using the same interface concept in my WebDriver. That's why I told you this. If you know Java concepts, then you are ready to play with your Selenium WebDriver. Now, so what I'm doing here, my interface is equal to new class name. It can be Firefox, it can be Internet, it can be Google Chrome, it can be Opera, it can be Android, it can be Safari, or it can be iPhone. Right now we are focusing with the Firefox. Let's go one by one. Okay. Now it is showing some error message. Let's see. Move the cursor. Okay. Import. While importing also, don't import randomly. Okay. Okay. Import WebDriver. This is fine. And also it will be always says that org.openqa Selenium. It will say like this. This is your package. Click. Imported. Gone. Error message is gone. Move the cursor here. Change to this one. Firefox driver. That's it. Done. You are done. Only this step only I required. Once I am done with this step, you are done. Now you can start with your Selenium. So here, to create this one, I used my Java concepts. I used Java concepts to create my WebDriver. That's it. Now it is done. Now no need to remember anything, because once you put the dot, you will be getting all the methods associated with your Selenium. See, these are all the methods associated with your Selenium. You are getting that methods. So now I wanted to open some URL. Okay, get. So here also, right, I told you when you're writing your program in Java, put dot get. Now what is this? See, now in the bracket you have to give your string. That means you have to provide your URL, and the return type is void. Void means no return type. It will not return anything. So I will say HTTP. Okay. Okay. What is the mail ID you want? Google.com. Any URL you can provide here. like this. Now let me run this. Let me run this. Let me run. Click on run. Run. Now what it will do? It will launch your Firefox browser and it will open your google.com in your Firefox. Let's see. See, this is right. It is taking time because whenever if you are working with the latest versions of your Firefox, it will take little time to open the browser. It will take little time to launch the browser. Like it will be like a few seconds, not much. See, nicely it is opening your google.com. And also you can observe here. Okay, now your google.com is open. Now what I will do, if you want to open any other browser, you want to open any, just give me any URL, that is fine. Any URL you can give me. Let me close also. Close. Let me run this. Run this. Now it will open your yahoo.com. See, clear. Okay, I'm closing. So that means right here, open the, yeah, that is fine. That is not our problem. That's okay. Open the required URL in the browser. Open the required URL in the browser. Okay, fine. So this is how you can like, right, this is how you can what you call launch your browser and then open your application. So what we will do is, right, we will try to understand few more methods and then tomorrow we will talk about that other things and all. Fine. Now let me continue with this. Till this point, any doubts this first program? Okay. 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 Now, right, once I open my yahoo.com, I wanted to close my browser. Just imagine I wanted to close my browser. D dot D dot close close D dot close. I will try to talk about like all the methods whatever we are going to discuss. Close the browser, and you are having one more method, D dot quit. So you can use quit or you can use close. So here the difference between your quit and close is, when you say that close, it will close the current browser. Whereas when you say that quit, it will close all the browsers. That's the difference. Okay, like this. Let me run this again. Run this again. See, it opened and also it's closed. Okay, so it open and also it's closed as well. Okay, clear. So this is how you can work with your WebDriver first script. Is it clear, or you want me to create one more time, or you want me to configure once again, or is it clear? Okay, so is it clear? Okay, fine, let me create once again. Okay, no problem, once let me create once again. Okay, right click, new Java project, Java first program, repeat. Okay, finish. This is very straightforward. This is your this thing project. Now what you can do is you can make this Java project as a Selenium. So right click, properties, go to build path. Okay, go to libraries. Okay, click on add external jars. Okay, and add your latest jar. Remember, try to add your latest jar. Don't like right go with the older versions. The reason why I'm telling is, if you are using your older versions, then it may not work with your latest version. See, you remember right, when I'm executing my script, at the end of the script you are getting some error message, because my Firefox is latest version, so it may throw some error message. So you can add all your jar files, and also you can add your these two jar files also, both jars, these two plus underlined folder, both add it. That's it, done. You're done. Then you can normal, you can create your required class. First program, repeat. Now you can start writing. Now you can tell me, I will write the program. You can tell me, I will write the program, but this time I will change little style. That means I will use some access modifiers and all. That means what I will do, I will be declaring my variable here, driver. So I'm declaring my variables here. Now you can import it. Now in this program, what you can do is you can directly say that driver is equal to new Firefox. I'm trying to create my Firefox driver. Firefox driver. Okay. Firefox driver, and then you can change it to Firefox driver. Done. Now what you can do is you can say that driver dot get open my application. Where is my this thing? HTTP Gmail, any application, just to open it, any application, msn.com, any web application you can open it. Okay, now I open the application. Okay, after opening that application, just imagine that I wanted to get the title of that page, right? I wanted to get the title of that page. That means, right, once you open your application, right, there is a title for this page. I wanted to retrieve the title of that page. Is it possible? Yes. Now driver dot get title. See, these are all available methods. Get title. What is this return type? Get title. Get title is a string. You can see that. Now what I will do, home string string var. That means it will retrieve. Yes. So Anurite, you are asking why you are declaring here. That means the reason why I am declaring here is when you are declaring this is your, what is this? It is your instance variable. So that what you can is you can use these variables wherever you require going forward. Right? Now just imagine that you are having one more method. Right? Now what I can do, I can also use here. That is the advantage. See here, the what do you call, the reason why I'm declaring this is called your instance variable. Instance variable is nothing but now what you can do is you can use these variables wherever you require. You remember, I was talking about that access modifiers. You are having instance variables and you are having your local variable. Local variable means once you are declaring here, this is applicable only for this class only. However, when you are declaring outside of your class, this can be accessible by any methods available in that particular class. Okay, got it? Okay, clear now? Okay, give me 1 minute. Sorry guys. So here what you can do is you can get the title of that page by using this. Now let's try to use the different methods available here. Now, so this is my open the URL. Okay, get the title of the page. Now just imagine that like your requirement says that, right? In your requirement they said that title of the page should be, this is what they said, right? Your requirement document says that title should be msn.com. This is the requirement says. Now as a tester what I will do, I will open that web page and I will get the title and I will match with the required title. So this is my required value. Match with this. If it is matching, my test case is passed. Now what I will do, if what you are matching, if wall dot equals, what I am doing, what is my expected value? My expected value is msn.com. So if it is matching, right? If it is matching, what it will do? If it is matching, pass. Right now we are using this system out to print the values. However, going forward we will use a framework to get your pass or fail conditions. Else SISO fail. See, I'm slowly taking you to that real scripts. Okay, now this is, now if you see what you are doing, you are opening your URL. After opening that URL, then you are getting the title of that URL, but as per your requirement document, your expected value is this is. Now what I am doing, whatever the value I am getting from the application, compare with your expected value. If it is matching, pass, because if condition means if it is true, it will go here. If it is false, it will go here. Let's run this. What will happen? Okay, we can run. See, it is opening your msn.com and fail. That is true. Why? The reason is, right, the reason is fail because here your expected value is not matching with the actual value. Let's print this. What it is getting that expected value from the application. Let's print it. Okay, what I will do is the actual title is this one. Let's print this. Let's print this. Let's print this. What will happen? It is opening that application. It is opening that msn.com, and it will print your actual value. What is that? See, this is your actual title. You can observe this. This is your actual title, but your requirement document says that your title should be msn.com. So obviously, when you are comparing, it will fail. That's the reason it is saying that fail. That's the reason it is saying that fail. Okay, clear? Is it clear or any doubt? Okay, this is now. Now what I want to do is, once I am done, I wanted to close my driver. Close the driver and close the driver and quit it. So I told you the difference between your close and quit is nothing but when you say that close, it will close your single browser. Whatever that current browser is there, it will close it. But when you say that quit, it will close all the browsers. It will close all the browsers. Okay, done. Like this. This is how to write your script. Okay, anyway, let me go with the a few more methods, whatever is available here. Now, say for example, here, right, I wanted to get the page source. You know what do you mean by page source, right? Or else, right, let me get the current URL. Let me get this current URL. That means once you open the application, what is the URL open? It's a string, right? Yes, string. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow. Okay. So Satish is asking for tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we will meet the same time or we will meet early? You tell me. That is based on you only. How you want? String. Yes. How you want? You want the same time or you want the early? You want the? Tell me. You tell me like based on all the participant availability only we will plan it. Okay, please tell me like which time tomorrow we will meet. Okay, fine. Okay, so I don't see any changes in the timing, so tomorrow we will meet the same timing. That is fine. Tomorrow we are having the session on the same time only, same 10 o'clock, same 10 o'clock CST only. Okay, fine. Yeah, same 10 o'clock only. Yes, sure. Now like this, so what you can do is, right, you can also get your current URL, whatever that URL you are having. So get the current URL of the browser. That means whatever that URL is open, it will retrieve it. Okay. Now, if you want to get your page source, you know what you mean by page source, right? I wanted to get the complete page source. Also, you can get it. The complete source. Get page source. See, it will get the complete page source. Now it is also string ps ps. Run this, run this, clear this, run this. Now what it will do is it will show you. So this is how you can work with your simple basic script. How to work with the fields, how to work with your username and all, we will talk about that. We will talk about that. Now you can see entire source it is retrieving, the complete source of your page. This is your complete source of the page. How to get your complete source, you know that? Right click, page source, right click, page source, you will be getting this complete source. This is how you can get your complete source. So here what will happen is if you want to get the complete source of your application, you can get it. So this is how you can get it, your complete source of the page as well. I'm commenting this because this is huge information. Now let me run once again so that I can see the remaining values. So this is your current URL of your page, and this is the title of the page, and here it is fail. Here it is fail. So this is how to write your first script for your Selenium WebDriver. And also here what I did is, right, I get the title and I did a like write one test here. I'm checking that whether his title is matching with this so and so expected value. If it is matching, pass, else fail. This is how you can work with that. Okay. Now, so find element method and all, I will talk about that. Right? We need to discuss that. How to do that is nothing but our locators. We will talk about that. We will come back to that. Quit is done. Okay. Fine. These are all the methods. These are all the methods you are having for your Selenium WebDriver. Okay. This is to write your first script. That's it. Let me save this. This is how you can run your first Selenium web script, first Selenium WebDriver script. Let me run this. That's it. Okay, done. So here what it did is, right, it retrieve that title of that page, and then if it is checking with your expected value, if it is not matching, fail. This is your first driver script. Okay. So this is your first Selenium WebDriver script. Okay. Now what we did is, right, I told you Selenium, right, this WebDriver is the interface, and what will happen is this interface will be having so many methods, and you can implement all those methods. We saw few methods, and going forward we may be seeing like few more methods as well. Okay. This is what we saw, right? Selenium WebDriver. This is your Selenium is interface, and here you are having WebDriver. WebDriver is also is one more interface, right? WebDriver is one more interface here. You can see that WebDriver. This is your interface. Now this interface is having all these classes. If you observe here, Chrome, you can work with your Chrome, Firefox, HTML, IE, Opera, Remote Driver, Safari Driver, Android Driver. You can work with all these drivers. Okay, and so whenever, right, if you're talking about your Selenium WebDriver, you are having two APIs, which is nothing but two interfaces. One is Selenium interface, another one is nothing but your WebDriver interface. And as I said, interface is nothing but it is having all the methods, but you cannot implement in the interface. If you want to implement, you have to implement with the help of your classes. Class can be anything. Say for example, if you take your WebDriver is the interface, but if you want to implement your WebDriver, you have to use one of the class that can be Firefox, Android, Chrome, Safari, whatever may be the browser. You have to take one and then work accordingly. Okay, and you may be having so many methods for each interface. If you see here, your WebDriver interface, you are having so many methods here. These are all the methods are available. This is just now we see that few methods. Close, we saw that. Find element, we will see later. This is nothing but your like identification, object identification, like your locators, element locators. I will talk about that. Get, we saw. Get current URL, get page source, get title, window handle. This we will talk about that later, because this is nothing but if you want to work with your multiple pop-ups, how to do that. And then quit, we saw that. Switch also we will see later. So this is your first Selenium script, Selenium WebDriver script. Okay, fine. Any doubt, let me know. Any doubts, or you are good?